lesson. Today we're going to be taking a look at Fat Bottom Girls from Queen, but we're looking at the live version on the album they just released with Adam Lambert. So if you haven't checked that album out, go check it out. It's a pretty awesome album. I really like it. Yeah, really great work on that album. So yeah, sorry I wasn't here last week. School has been absolutely insane with just the amount of work they're having us do. So I got a little bit of time this week, and we're going to go ahead and do a lesson on the Queen tune that I said I was going to do. This one is in drop D, so everything's standard except your E string is a D. And for the solo parts later on in the video, which will be on the Patreon, you're going to need a whammy bar as well. Not necessarily, you could probably fiddle your way around some way else, but there's like a whammy bar portion where you're pushing on it and such. So you'll need a whammy bar. As far as controls go, like settings, I'm using my bridge pickup. Tone is at full, volume is at full. On here I've got my treble a little bit higher actually. Actually, when I play Brian May on this guitar, I have to tone back a little bit just to get a little more of a beefy sound out of it. There we go. On here, my treble is about 3 o'clock, so if you look at a clock, 3 o'clock. Everything else is at noon. And the gain is, obviously, it's a light gain, like not too heavy. And yeah, that's pretty much all it is. I'm not using any pedals or anything. So yeah, let's get right into it. So I'll do the intro as well. So you're in drop D. It's a D power chord. So you're going to go 2nd fret G string, 3rd fret B, and you're playing all the strings, and then you're also playing this open E for once. I know in past videos I've said you don't play that, but normally you don't, but in this he does play it. And then so you hold that, and then you bar the E and A string, 2nd fret, and then slide up 1 fret, and then slide up to 5th, back down to 3rd, open D or open E and A, and then that's when you play just the D power chord without that E string. So all together. And now, so you're going open E and A, 2nd fret, 3rd, open, 2nd, 3rd, 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 2nd, 3rd. So 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 2nd, 3rd, slide up to 5th, slide back down to 3rd. So all together. There a little bit, and then you slide up to 5th, and then back down to 3rd, open, and then the D power chord, and then guitar gets turned down. They come in with the vocals, and then getting into it. So it goes through twice, I think, for the intro, and then the singing starts. So this is just that same D chord, or that D power chord position that you were playing in the intro, except you just slide it from 1 fret below. So everything else is open with the exception of your E string. That's muted. So you slide 1st and 2nd to 2nd and 3rd. So down, 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 slide down 3 times. And then 3rd fret A, 2nd fret A, and this is where you can kind of like, I leave my 4th finger planted on the 3rd fret of the B. But you go 3rd fret A, and then I use my 1st finger on the 2nd of A, so, and then open A, and that's where your fingers go back to that position, the D chord, and then your 2nd finger reaches to 3rd fret on the E string, and pulls off, and then back into that groove. So slowly. Into the verse, so you do this again. And now the verse, the 2nd time through, instead of going, you just go 3rd fret on the A, 2nd fret on the A, and an A power chord. So open A, 2nd fret D string, 2nd fret G string. So. And then after holding that for 1, 2, I think it's 3 beats, you go 3rd fret D string, or E string, sorry. You slight bend, and an open D, or E and A. So. So now going into this, your same deal with the D power chord. You don't go through that riff once this time. So you do that same D slide, and then you go to 3rd fret A string, and then open A, and then you slide up to 5th fret E string and D, or E string and A string. To that 5th fret, and then 3rd fret, open D or E and A, the D power chord, and so after you go to that 3rd fret, D power chord, A power chord, and then D power chord, you hold that, and then you go back into it as if you're going to go back to the original riff, and so you do go through that once, and then you go up to that's what that part's going to sound like. It's just 3 chords, just kind of changing up the pattern of playing them. So 12th fret D string, 11th G, 10th B, and then slide down 2 frets, same position, and then slide everything down 1 fret, and switch your G and B string. So it's going to be 7th fret G string, 8th fret B string, and 9th fret D string. And my right hand is kind of going down, up, down, up, down, up the whole time, but it's when I'm hitting the strings that it counts. So so down, up, down, down, down. Down, up, down. Okay. Yeah, so down, up, down, up, down. So it goes 4 times like that, and then you play open E string, which is a D, and then you slide up to 12th fret on the E string, so, and then 11th, and then hammer on the 12th. So hammer on, and then down up, and then again, and then you play your 12th, 3rd fret D or E string, and then you go open D, up, down, up on the 12th fret of the E string, and then 11th, hammer on the 12th, 3rd fret E string, and then that D power chord twice. And so all together, I'll go with the chords and I'll show you that all together. So and then from here it goes that sliding into that D power chord twice, and then a D power chord up here so you can slide down. So that's 5th fret A string, 7th D, 7th G. So, and then it goes back into another verse. But that I will be covering in the full Patreon lesson. For those of you who haven't subscribed already, it's only $1 a month, and I've got all sorts of lessons on there, full lessons. I'd really appreciate it if you guys would check that out. It really helps support the channel and what I'm doing here and all the work I put into these videos. And I give you guys quality content as well. And it doesn't, if you guys like what you see here, then nothing's different on Patreon other than the fact that it's the full lesson. So if you haven't checked that out and you want to learn some lessons, I know Greta Van Fleet's going to come out with some new stuff soon. All of that's going to be on there, full lessons, as well as AC/DC stuff and Dirty Honey as well, and I've heard Joyous Wolf. So everybody's going to have new music in the new year, which is going to be great for the channel because it can just teach everybody. So yeah, check that out. If you haven't checked out the Instagram page, I'll leave that link down below too. Give that a follow because I do post on there sometimes when I don't post on YouTube, or when YouTube doesn't let me post something, I'll just post a solo on Instagram. So yeah, check out Instagram as well. And for those of you who are sticking around on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, keep on rocking.